is
Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Whipper.
Happy Wednesday, guys. Fitzy and Whipper. We are here for Ye Olde podcast.
Hello.
Hey, you know the old skill testers and the games.
I can do it with one hand.
What?
You're talking about taking a girl's bra off? I can undo it with one hand.
A pig, as if you've
Skill
ever had the
tester.
chance.
Is that what you meant by skill test?
No, that when you go to intensity and or
like time zone.
yeah,
Sorry.
play and stuff like that.
I misread where you were going.
Can you take your own bra off with one hand? That's the question.
That's tricky, isn't it? Normally I just pull it down off the shoulders.
So we've been told. I've been informed by someone that they are a little bit dodgy.
What, rigged? Skill testers?
Yeah,
Get out of town.
a guy opened up to me the other day. He's left the industry, but
He was
my
crying.
gosh, did he not open up? Yeah, he's had a few problems in his life and really struggled to get through it, obviously.
Looking for the answers in the bottom of a skill tester. Are you going to tell us the hack to winning on the skill tester?
No, yeah, well, there's one guy that they busted and they had to call the police on.
Jeez.
But let me tell you, when I found out about it, I was straight down to my local intensity. Here's the podcast!
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Got a flatty on my bike, guys.
No way, mate.
Yeah, got a flatty on my bike, so I had to go get the...
Got a puncture repair kit?
Yeah, no, not at home. I don't think no one does puncture repair kicks anymore.
I
do they?
did one on the blow-up boat the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That feels risky.
What do you mean?
Well, like you're midway through the harbour and you realise you didn't put the sticky
Yeah.
tape on, right?
Oh, no, you got to
If the
glue it
kids
on.
are in the boat and
Yeah.
it starts to leak again.
Nah, it's a pretty solid patch. Just got to mix up the araldite type stuff and then you whack it on.
Anyway, I'm getting a new tyre, right? And the guy,
YouTube, yeah.
The guy goes, "Oh, Fitzy, I used to, mate, I used to see you all the time. You used to bring your kids into, I don't know if he was at Time Zone, Intensity, or iPlay, you know,
right.
one of those ones."
Yeah,
And he goes, you used to go to the movies, and every time you come past, your kids would be going, "Dad, can we go in and play a game?" And you'd get sucked in, and I used to work in there. And I'd go, "Oh, yeah, right, okay." And he goes, "Oh, mate, yeah, no, I left there a long time ago." He said, "Geez, there's a fair few dodgies going on there." Now, you Whips brought this up at the end of last year. Now, there's skill tester, and Macca used to work at one of these as well. The skill tester, they can adjust
The claw, the strength of the
the
claw.
strength of the claw.
That's right. So you can either it can grab it or not grab it if they're trying to make money or
Yeah,
trying
but
to get rid of inventory.
Yes.
That's the other thing. You said, Macca, that if it's too full and no one's getting anything and they want to clear it out, they just make it easier to get.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can just tighten the claw and it grabs onto anything.
Well, he said the skill tester, what the skill tester does is that they don't start properly working and you still get the strength in the claw until there's about $50 that's been inserted in there.
You're kidding me.
So after $50, it registers and then they'll go, "All right, now we'll start doing what they want us to do."
Now we'll give you a 70-cent toy from
Still
China.
doesn't guarantee you getting the toy. So they might give you the full strength for a couple of goes, but if you've got a kid playing it, still doesn't guarantee you getting the toy, Sarah. Then he started talking about, he goes, "Well, you know the games where you can get PlayStations and iPhones
Oh,
and all
yeah,
this kind of
those
stuff?
ones.
They're registered to be about $200 before they start actually working properly. So it registers how much money's going in. It's like a jackpot. You know what it's like? It's like a jackpot on a pokey.
Yep.
So you're best to watch, are
It's like a
you, and
scratchy.
let like 10 people play before
Yeah, you are.
or go to the machine with the most stock in it because they'll want to clear that out.
But see, the thing is, Sarah, you don't know when that $200 is up.
No,
you
but
don't
if
know
you-
when
if
you're
you
going to
s-
get full strength.
If you stood there watching some kids sucking on a lollipop, just putting coins in and just start to count,
Can we-
wait till you hit that 50
that
mark.
doesn't look weird at all.
Can we get some inside secrets? If anyone has worked in these before 13, 24, 10, and we need to know this because I have been filtering a lot of money through these over the school
Oh my
holidays.
God! And you're telling me there's no skill involved?
No, not at all.
When I used to go for jobs and they'd say, "What are your skills?" I'd say skill tester.
Here's
I
another
used to be
one.
very good at it.
Now, I can't remember this one, but he said that there's a game where there's a piece of string that holds on to like a PlayStation. Now, the skill of the game is that you've got these tiny little scissors. They're like scissors with a blade on them.
Right.
And you've got to get it out to a certain point, and then the scissors come together, and you've got to try to cut the string.
Sure.
And what it does, it's sort of what is it called, Sarah, when you cut a bit of the string off and it
Frayed?
Phrase.
It frays until the PlayStation drops and that person wins it.
Right.
Now, it could fray for quite a while before you actually get it. He goes, "Mate, we had this one guy, he got busted But this is not before he walked away with around about 6 PlayStations. He took home about
Wow.
3 iPhones.
What was he doing?
They found out he was an older guy, an elderly guy.
Mm-hmm.
He had a high-powered laser.
I was going to suggest a laser.
What, through the glass?
So he was coming in through the glass secretly when no one was around, and with his laser he was just fraying the string until it was right at the end, and then he would come in with the scissors and he would get it every time. One day he walked out with 3 PlayStations.
He deserves
Shouldn't
it.
they have
'cause
looked
that's
at
awesome.
it and gone, hang on a minute, why is the string burnt? Why are there charred ends to the string?
Who's looking that closely?
You got 16, 17-year-olds working
Yeah.
in intensity.
Yeah.
They're not going.
No, you got flashing lights.
They're
It's
going,
dark in there.
Here you go, sir. Here's your PlayStation.
You know what? And when you go to some of these places and you've got the card and you go, yeah, can I get $50 on the card? And it's like a tap-on gameplay. Some of the times, the game doesn't even come on. And you think, is it taking the money off the card? I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
So I reckon you spend $50 trying to win a 30-cent toy, and then you walk around and it just takes the money off the card anyway, whether you're playing the game or not.
See, the thing is, I get sucked. There was a lolly one where you know the one where you got to get something. The arm comes up.
Oh, yep.
Drops it in there, and then it pushes everything forward.
Yep.
And and all the lollies then go down into
forward.
a
Yep.
tray. I just got sucked in one day with Lenny, and we just could not get it over the line. There were so many lollies there, but I think it was jammed there.
I mean, just go to Woolies and get a bag of
I ended up
lollies.
forking out about $55, I think it was.
I was watching you that day, and then I came in afterwards and won.
And we got a packet of Zappos. That's all we
How
got.
good are Zappos, though?
My God.
And then you go out with the points that you've won, and they say, oh, what can I get from the showcase cabinet? There's skateboards and things. You got a range of stuff. Oh, I got a minty. I turned that $50 into one minty.
That's all you need.
My God.
Whatif.com helps Aussies make the most out of every trip.
Book a hotel, flight, surfboard and snorkel all before you can say brekkie buffet.
Yeah, jump on the What If app and get started.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Great day to get it on with a colleague, I would have thought. Day like today, leading into a day off tomorrow. Go crazy. Go for a long lunch and then head back to the office and find yourself, I don't know, in the janitor's closet.
Has anyone thought of a room here in the office that you could?
Here in the studio.
No.
No, there are cameras everywhere.
Cameras everywhere.
That's why. There's a lot of stories of people in the past that would get it on in the studio of a radio station.
But that's before.
One bloke in particular was famous for it.
What, on the panel?
Yeah.
Well, there's lots of buttons.
Well, there was someone under
I
a
mean, there
desk.
could be an Alan Jones grab that goes off or something like that. Horny, horny, horny.
While you were halfway through it.
Tom's my bum. That would put you off,
Wouldn't
it?
Talk dirty to me. My bum! And you go, oh no. My bum! I think I'll let off now.
Turns you off, doesn't it?
Thanks.
It turns me off, says, and it's my bum.
Do you know what?
We know that.
It'd be weird if
The-
it turned you on.
The techs here at Nova, when you come to a radio station, there's like a zoo, there's a glassed area where you first walked in,
Yeah.
work in, and there's where all the cables are for the radio station.
The racks.
It's massive. It would be around about 10 metres. It's about 3 metres high and 10 metres long, just full of cables going everywhere. And you go, wow, this is a radio station. I've always thought to myself, if the techs, that's where they like to get off. Oh. Like that would be for them. That is porn, really, for them, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, they're turned on by the tech.
There, by the cables.
You're not thinking they're
You
going
know?
in behind those
Well, no,
computers.
If they were going to take a colleague in, that would be for them
the place to go.
the place to go.
Every time they walk past the cables, they go, yeah.
Yeah, this
No.
place is good. They do.
Have a look at
They're
those.
text there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Alan's
Alan's a bit
arrived.
late.
How's this? 2 police have turned up to an empty parking lot. There was only one car there, but a stranger walking past heard somebody screaming, absolutely screaming, and called the police. They turned up to find in the one car 2 of their colleagues, 2 other police officers, getting it on in the unmarked vehicle.
Taser.
No, you can't taser. Taser, deploy. No, put your clothes on, put your pants on. Unfortunately, the male cop involved in this situation was married. That can be a little bit tricky, but it was well known that they were having an affair. The police obviously didn't realise when they'd been called because of this woman's screams that there wasn't an issue, and second to that it was a police officer, 2 police officers in the back of the car.
At least the handcuffs got a good workout.
Oh, yeah.
So true.
And the batten.
This is like
Oh,
the
Sarah, too much.
That
Way
is.
too far.
the Good Morning America TV hosts who were, on-air colleagues for 10, 11 years. And then it turns out they've been having an affair for years, and they only found out because they were on a flight over to London for the Queen's funeral, and they were very handsy on the plane together. And now, are they still on air? Is that show still on air?
And they're still together. They've both left their husbands and wives. And they're together publicly.
They would have been getting it on in the mail room or the stationery room, or
Which is the basis of the TV show, The Morning Wars, as well.
Yeah, it is.
Which was what was his name in the States? The guy that got done, Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
massive. 13 24 10. Love your stories this morning. If you caught a couple of colleagues, we had an issue down a laneway one time, didn't we, here at Nova?
Did we? I didn't hear about that.
Someone was in
No,
a
I
car.
didn't either.
Someone was
this
hiding in a
goss.
car
Never heard that story.
down a laneway.
What?
Remember? There was somebody that was working here, and they pulled up. It was organised, and then another staff member went and got in the car. Am I not allowed to talk about this, Sarah?
Oh, no, I reckon
You've gone
it's
quiet.
totally fine
You've
for you
gone-
to just share stuff
no,
like this
You've gone
on
quiet
radio.
and you're shaking your head.
Can I
But that's great goss.
I mean, when we talk about, hooking up with fellow employees, I mean, you're the man of the moment in the team.
What are you talking about?
Did you ever do it at work?
No, I'm married, Lisa,
You
and we
would
never got it
always
on at work.
brag with the amount of people that you've kissed at work. Tom, I mean, you've worked with him the longest.
Yeah,
Did he-
absolute pig.
Did he make out with you?
Yeah. Oh, in the laneway. There's a laneway story that you're not going to believe.
All right, 13 24 10. If you've got a story, get involved. Harry in Liverpool, what's your story?
Happy hump day, guys.
Oh, to you too, Harry.
So, this is the craziest story I've had. I used to work at a retailer, and I was third wheeling with a couple on a shift. We're closing up. They've gone to the back room, and I'm cleaning, but I can hear the walls are paper thin, so I can hear nicks and bumps and anything that moves in that room. I can hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, the manager comes out to tell me, "Oh, just clean up, cash up, and leave it on the till, and then you can leave early." And he's like disheveled.
Oh, so his hair's everywhere.
Shirts out.
Yeah, so I do as I'm told. I go home. Years later at a reunion, I find out they were making babies in the back room and they were playing with the till money.
Oh, what? They were making it rain. He was making it rain over her while
Yeah.
they were getting it on.
That's it.
Stole the money and the woman.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Fitz, didn't you have at the supermarket, wasn't there a couple that were caught in the freezer?
No. Well, I only got the dairy section for a couple of months.
Right.
No.
I thought in the cool room there was a couple that were getting it
It's
on.
actually not a bad place now that I
No.
think about it.
No.
It's not a bad place to do
You
it.
still walk out fresh.
Wouldn't you, when you're freezing like that, Sarah, isn't everything perky?
Well, not on blokes would be my understanding. Wouldn't that be a struggle for you?
I hadn't thought of that.
Like, it just
Turn that fan off.
takes the fun out of it a bit.
Do you know what? I remember going to a sales conference when I first got into radio, and it was sort of out of town, so we had accommodation, which was these small rooms, like almost caravan park style. And there were two sales reps, which, when I was walking home, had nicked off into one of the cabins, and the curtains had about 5 centimetres between them. They hadn't closed properly.
Yeah,
and
that's-
there were the two of them, both married. They were the two sales reps.
So you were looking through the 5
I was there
centimetres.
for about 5 hours.
You must have been.
No, I walked past and I went,
Hello?
oh my God,
Hello?
look at that. That is. Whew.
Yeah, it's...
I didn't expect to see that.
Do you know
It's an
what I've
eyeful.
always said, though? Like,
What is it?
in
What have you
those
always said?
situations, right, I know at the time you're all hot and heavy, let's do it. Then afterwards, you've got to rock up to work the next day. You've got to speak to that person.
Yeah.
It's so awkward. Because you know that there's probably not going to be a relationship in it. Or if they've got a partner... How do you then go throughout the day without just looking over all the time going, oh, my God, I saw every part of that person's body?
Especially if they had a weird defect or something. You'd never look at them the same way again.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
God, well, we were only talking before about organs and people don't know where organs are. 55% of people don't know where the rectum is.
But I've seen,
Different studies.
I've seen all of your body and I still can't find it. I saw all of you last night and I still can't find it.
I explored everywhere. Could not find her.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Let's talk about the tennis guys. Tsitsipas through to the semis. Great moment after the game. And sure, we love Margot Robbie. We spoke to her the other day, but we had no idea that Tsitsipas was a bigger fan than we may have been.
I mean, Australia is such a great country. I like a lot of Aussie things, you know. One of my favorite actresses comes from Australia, Margot Robbie. I wish I can...
Margot Robbie? Are you pitching right now? What's happening?
Am I what?
Pitching? Are you making an offer? What are we seeing here?
It would be nice to see her over there one day.
Okay. So you're officially extending an invitation to Margot Robbie. I just want to be crystal clear here.
Absolutely.
She's gone are the days. Do you know, I was watching yesterday the Ayrton Senna documentary.
Oh,
Again. It's one of the greatest sporting
seen
documentaries
that.
of all time. When he hit his heights, there was this Brazilian TV host, and she was gorgeous. She was about 6'3", and he went on there after he won his first World Championships, and they were basically getting it on the show, Sarah.
Amazing.
She was kissing his face, saying Happy New Year, and then she would go Happy New Year 1986, 1987, and just kept kissing his face. And then, like, the next shot was he and her together. He starts going out with her. Like,
Just
back then-
publicly called it out and went for it.
Yeah, they were just going for it.
I mean, he went on. I like this guy. He went on
He's
then to say
sweet.
that if he wins the Australian Open, he wants to donate all the money to education here in Australia and help build schools and expand on our education system.
On him. Well, he's
Why?
Yeah,
Why
because he
not
loves
in
it.
Greece?
He says that it reminds him a lot of his home, the community, how nice the people are here in Australia, and he loves it. He feels at home when he comes to this tournament.
Do you know what I think Australia now, we need to pick a player to barrack for.
Well, he's it.
Yeah, I think he won the hearts yesterday.
Yeah.
He wants to support the education system and take Margot back to Greece.
If you
Don't do that.
Well,
She's married.
She is married.
Leave
I
her
know.
alone, please.
So there's always that awkward moment because you instantly go, "Oh, is he a chance?" And then you go, "Oh no, she's married."
But is he a chance?
You never know. She should at least rock up to a game, I think.
Strange
now
things
that
have
she
happened.
knows about it. She should do that for him.
Invite to the semi?
Yeah.
Straight through. Great moment too in the girls' tennis and the ladies' tennis yesterday. It's just the commentary box. Just couldn't help themselves at this moment. Have a listen to the two of them.
It's going to be tough for the Ukrainian. Yeah, how do you respond to deep, hard balls?
Yeah, you've got to really try to stay nice and low.
Oh, God.
Oh no. She's gone.
Just stop talking because they can't control themselves.
Because there's such a... It's hard with tennis as well because it's the tradition of tennis.
Yeah, and it's so quiet.
Yeah,
Play it again, Macca. Go again. Just listen to her losing it.
It's going to be tough for the Ukrainian. Yeah, how do you respond to deep, hard balls?
Yeah, you've got to really try to stay nice and low.
Who was the commentator? Do you know who it was? Nah. That is great.
Oh, what a moment.
Do you know they have someone down on the court? So they always throw to a commentator down on the court, and the poor buggers have to whisper, sir.
Oh, yeah.
The atmosphere down here is really good at the moment. I mean, Djokovic's forehand is just... Shut up!
Why are you dressed as Where's Wally? Get out now! Get out now. We'll keep you up to speed with any other Australian Open stories.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
The humble brag, I need to explain this a bit more, but this is where someone will put up on social media and they think that they're self-deprecating or having a go or they've got a real hassle in their life, but really, when you actually look at it, it's quite cringeworthy and you go, well, we can see straight through you there.
So would this, like as an example, would it be when someone says, heading overseas, and they've got a shot of their passport with their boarding pass hanging out, and it just shows that they're in business class?
Yes, yeah, that kind of thing.
Heading off.
Showing the seat on the plane, I think is a great example.
So it's sort of subtle, but not.
Well, the number one, coming in at number one, there's been an article on some of the beauties around the world. Coming in at number one was the young girl who was holidaying in Asia somewhere. She's in a bikini and she's looking out to a rice field. Do you remember this one? And she wrote,
that's right.
thinking about how different my life is from the man picking in the rice field every morning.
Unbelievable.
But it's just a shot of her bum.
She's got no idea.
At a
though.
rice field.
Yeah, she really does have no idea.
She's got no idea.
No.
She's like, no, like, this is a really deep post. And you know what? Like, I've got an amazing life, and that guy's working really hard over there.
But she's just...
And I've got my bikini on, and I look amazing.
She's justified it in her own mind going, people wear bikinis. So I'm just wearing a bikini. I mean, why wouldn't I be wearing
This was just
a
me
bikini?
on a day.
And I've been captured. I don't know who took the photo. I've been captured thinking about the workers here.
This girl put this up on Facebook. When you're the only one in your friendship group who can pull professional athletes and rappers when we go out, and I'm always forced to flirt with them, so then we can do fun stuff after. So, as if it's a burden. Like I'm the only one in the group.
Why am I the one?
Professional athletes.
Yeah, don't you hate that?
And, you know, the girls want to do fun stuff afterwards, so I have to pick up these rappers we can go to parties afterwards.
How was your night? I'm sick of being the one that brings in the celebrities. I hate it, guys. Someone stop this.
Another girl wrote, one of my friends told me she can't talk to me right now because my success is triggering her insecurities and jealousy. I respect the hell out of that for being open and vulnerable. Communication is key, which is why we must all come from a place of non-judgment.
It's like when we do the phone topic. Are you too good looking for your job? Or did you not get the job because you're too good looking? People saying I'm too much of a distraction for the workplace. Does my head in.
This girl is looking for a professional here, Sarah. I'm looking for a hair makeup artist for Saturday morning. I have a photo shoot that day to take an author's pick for my upcoming book.
Oh, God.
Hopefully at least a few 100,000 people are going to see this picture, so I want to look perfect. This is the hair and dress colour you'll be working with. Anyone up for the challenge?
Too much detail.
Anyone up for the challenge?
Tommy, this one's for you.
Okay.
I reckon you've done this a couple of times, Tommy.
right.
This is a food critic. Well, he's not, but he just loves good food.
That's Tom.
Hey, the best way to test and critique a restaurant is to order baby chicken or beef burger because the chef must really know what he's doing and get creative to make such a simple dish stand out. 7 out of 10 for the tenderloin and the caramelised black onion, but 4 out of 10 for the chicken. My overall score for Gordon Ramsay's restaurant is 5 out of 10. And then he writes, damn, I miss the good old days of Michelin hopping in New York City.
I've got to put up with this rubbish. Michelin hopping.
This is a good one too. I went to a bachelorette party this weekend. We were 12 girls with neon-coloured wigs on. I looked nothing like myself. The manager of the bar we were celebrating at came up to me and asked me if I was Aaron from LinkedIn. When I told him yes, he told me how much he loved to follow my content. He then bought all of my friends a round of drinks. Why am I telling you this? Because it's a great reminder to me that you never know who's watching, because you never know whom you're inspiring. Because sometimes you just need a reminder that while you're sitting in your new home office, your content really does matter.
Nope.
All these people in the humble brag, if you think about it, they're talking to themselves.
They are.
Because they're posting it to make themselves feel better, and therefore they're having a conversation directly with themselves.
James from Bankstown, your friend is a humble bragger, James?
Yeah, good morning, guys. He's actually the worst kind of humble bragger. He's not someone who's bragging about how much money he earns. He's bragging about how much tax he pays.
Oh.
It's not even that much. It's just a normal amount of tax.
Yeah.
It's just, and he works in banking, so you'd think he'd know better.
You'd think he'd get around the tax.
It's just a normal tax return, mate. Hey, guys, while I got you as well, it was my father-in-law's birthday over the weekend, and I was wondering, any chance we could get some aquarium tickets?
Oh, yeah, you've got them. Yeah, we're going to send you. Madam Two Swords.
Look at you, mate. Humble brag.
Legend!
Sydney Tower Eye. You've got all 4, James. You can take your old man to it. How's that? And you're in the running for free for 23, mate. Good luck.
You guys are awesome. Thanks so much.
See you, Jimmy. Good on you, buddy.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Oh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. The Oscar noms have been revealed, and there's been some interesting hits and misses here. So, Everything Everywhere All at Once has 11 nominations.
Yeah, that's. I still haven't seen that, but everyone's raving.
Neither
about
have
that
I.
movie.
Yeah, supposed to be incredible. Jamie Lee Curtis, just one of the many actors in the film. She is up for her first ever Oscar, which is hard to believe given how long her career has been for that film. Elvis by Baz Luhrmann, obviously, won 8 nominations, including one for Austin Butler for Best Actor, so that's exciting.
Congrats, Baz.
Yeah, Top Gun, surprise, nominated for 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, which people are saying is a real sign that Hollywood's finally listening to audiences and honouring the box office, not just art house films, which is good.
How can Top Gun Maverick be nominated but not Avatar?
Well, this is the thing.
Did Avatar come out in time?
No,
No, Avatar's up for Best Picture, but James Cameron is one of the snubs for Best Director.
Oh, gotcha.
He is not up for that.
Right,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise not up for Best Actor?
Tom Cruise not up for Best Actor. He's never received an Oscar either, which I'd
He's
forgotten.
never won an Oscar?
Never won an Oscar.
Oh,
so
come on.
he might win for because obviously he's one of the directors.
Right, okay.
Sorry, not director, might be something else, but one of the sort of behind the scenes
Executive
role.
producer.
Yeah, if it won for other things, he would be part of that, but it wouldn't be
His Oscar.
individually. But the movie is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is incredible. Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie missed out for Babylon.
damn.
Not much love for Babylon at the
Kate
Oscars.
Blanchett get one, too?
She's up for one.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so she would be our Aussie hopeful. She's sort of been a firm favourite with all of the awards this season.
I would have thought Babylon would have got a few.
Yeah.
A lot of talk, big movie.
Yeah, a lot of talk, but no, didn't get a lot of stuff. There's one or two that it's up for, but no.
How did Tom Cruise not get one for Cocktail or Show Me the Money or whatever it's
Oh,
called?
totally. Jerry Maguire.
Jerry
Few good
Maguire.
I
men.
know. When Cuba
good
Gooding
men.
Jr. won.
Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, yeah. The Last Samurai.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
that movie.
Vanilla
You know what I mean?
Sky.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a dodgy
of a
one.
stinker, yeah,
wasn't
no.
It
it?
always seems like his co-stars get them and he doesn't. He's a bit the Leonardo DiCaprio, isn't he, in that sense?
Until The Revenant.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Got one for The Revenant.
Yeah, that was a
Finally.
great movie, The Bear Scene.
Great recall whip.
Speaking of Kate Blanchett, though, this is a bit of a strange story. So, she and Guy Pearce, are they in a weird feud? And it's rumoured to be over a 15-year-old's gripe over money. What happened was Kate Blanchett's not really weighed into it, but Guy Pearce has done some strange things. So just before the Critics' Choice Award, he put up a post. He tweeted, "Please be Ana de Armas," who was up for the Marilyn Monroe movie, saying, "Please be her incredible performance." Then when Kate Blanchett won that award, he wrote, "Fascinating choice, ... Then he later retweeted a post from a Kate Blanchett fan account, which had these images of her posing in this sort of photo shoot. And she's all in bondage and stuff. And he's written, no thanks.
Ooh,
And people are going, and then as it started to get a little bit of exposure, he's deleted everything. So I don't know whether there's something there that we never knew about. You just presume they seem like two really awesome people. Why would they not be friends?
Were there comments like, what's going on here? Why did...
Yeah, everyone's going, hang on, have you two got a problem with each other? Because what a weird thing to say.
Yeah, that's Mike from Neighbours. He doesn't have a beef with anyone.
Well, and Kate Blanchett.
Yeah,
Notoriously one of the nicest people in
Maybe
the
Kate
game.
Blanchett said something bad about Jane.
Yeah, it could have been.
When it was Mike and Jane on Ramsay Street.
Oh, got you.
Maybe.
Maybe she revealed that Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan weren't actually in scenes with anyone. They were all shot
Or
separately.
is Kate Blanchett doing a movie with Guy Pearce, and this is just a bit of a teaser.
Ooh.
Be Memento too. I don't understand anything that you say.
We will find out. Finally, guys, some very sweet news for Princess Eugenie. She's pregnant with her second child due in the next few months.
That's
great.
Great news.
Well done, Seth.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
We just did Life Improver before. I've held this one to the end of the show. It's a bit of an Instagram hack, everybody.
Okay.
If you want to go to your Instagram accounts right now, didn't know this, but you know when you put up an Instagram story, the quality's not that good? That's because there is an actual feature that all you have to do is click it over and say, upload at the highest quality.
What do you mean?
So it's not on that now. Okay, so go to your Instagram account, go to your homepage.
Yeah.
The top 3 lines up in the top right-hand corner. 3 lines.
Oh, yeah, the menu bar.
The menu bar.
Right-hand corner, yep.
Then go to settings up the top. Settings. See, you on here?
Yep. Settings.
Okay, go to settings. Then go down to account.
Yep.
Account down the bottom.
Yep.
Okay. And then about 3/4 of the way down is data usage.
Yep.
Go to data usage.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Upload at highest quality. Always upload the highest quality videos, even if uploading takes longer. When this is off, we'll automatically adjust upload quality to fit network conditions. That's always been off.
What's the one above it mean?
Use less mobile data.
When you...
Serving up a crappy version, I suppose.
So what you'll see will be a lesser version?
Yeah, I would think so.
So now your Instagram stories are uploaded at the highest quality. That's so good to know, isn't
Who
it?
taught you about this, Fitzy?
No, it's a TikToker.
I mean, that would work for your posts as well, not just your Insta story, yeah?
Well, I know. Oh, yeah.
I would
could
assume
be.
so much.
It should be. Because we all love the highest quality, don't we?
Oh, mate, I don't want to miss a thing, and I want to see it in every bit of detail. I want to see it in every detail.
It's not quantity, isn't it? It's not
it's
how
quality.
many posts you can get out there. It's just the quality of maybe one or two here and there.
When you're swiping furiously through your screen, you notice the quality of those pictures.
I don't reckon my Instagram numbers have changed in about 3 years.
No.
Yeah, you've been a bit
No one
boring.
coming, no one going.
Because
You
it
know
sort
what?
of stopped, hasn't
No, I
it?
kind
Your
of
life
just...
hasn't either. You know what?
Is that it?
You're a bit bland, mate.
Here you go, some real-time feedback.
Just
or it
feeling
could be.
vanilla.
I mean, I look at
It's
your
almost
account.
like I don't care.
I look at your account and I go, man, he really needs to upload at high quality. That
think
guy's
so?
really struggling.
Is that why you've stopped following?
That's the difference.
I blocked you years ago.
Have you muted me?
Oh.
You know what was really
How
awkward?
good's mute?
There was somebody that I'd muted for years, and then they messaged me and asked the question, and I should have known more detail
Because of their
because I
Instagram.
should have followed them on Instagram. And then, so I had to unmute, and then I did a like on one of their posts, and I wonder what if they thought, how come he hasn't liked anything for 2 years?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I've got a like.
Actually,
I
you
don't
know,
want to be caught on the mute. I don't want to be caught out.
do you know when I first started it, and you don't have it anymore, but I used to call him Mute de Groot. And I went really hard on the mute button with you, Matt de Groot.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first to sort of give me that feedback since I pulled the page down. One of my best mates. Best mates.
Ammo.
Dean Lewis.
No, although he's a good mate, started his career. And after I deleted it, he goes, mate, I wouldn't know. I've had you muted for years. He goes, I actually... And to be fair, there are a fair few people like this. He's like, I'd see your Instagram and I'd like you less. And so I'd need to go for a beer to remind myself that I like you because on Instagram I thought you were
Didn't
like
we do this on air that we'd all actually muted you? I know I muted you very early on.
You would have, and people don't know this, but behind the scenes, there was one day where it got really ugly between you and De Groot
Oh,
because
'cause-
you had not even muted. You didn't follow.
Oh,
and
that's
then
right.
It was
That-
after 9
the
o'clock. I
ultimate.
walked outside and I saw the two of them going at it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't follow me? Why do
That's
you?
right.
You should follow me. I'm part of the team and we work together.
But says you would
He was
appreciate
crying.
that Whit was able to identify the subtleties of it. He's gone, you know why she doesn't. You've just started dating Bronte and she's a little bit jealous. And so she just doesn't want to see the relationship photos.
What?
Is that what it was?
that I'm doing that you're not, that you wish you were.
Tommy, idea. Do you want to? Can we brainstorm now, Tom? Is that
what do you
all
got?
right?
Yeah, now's a good
You know
time.
how there's so many sound bites of Mute de Groot saying all that
Have you
stuff?
got any
Mute
others?
Why don't we do a segment, Mute de Groot? So it starts.
I'm Groot.
It starts and then halfway through it stops, and we've got to try to guess what Mute de Groot is saying. That's not bad.
Like the
I
one
actually
from,
want to marry my cousin. No.
or the one from earlier about the drill. I don't know if that's gone in yet. But Snitch is working on that one.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty. We've got to finish the sentence because we mute De Groot.
This is why people don't see the sausages get made, guys, because it's not that interesting and the ideas are generally pretty bad. I'm not demanding, but I'm in demand.
Have you thought about coming back on to the gram?
No, mate. Trust me, it's the best thing you'll ever do in your
Yeah,
life.
but hang on a minute. You got off the gram,
Yes.
and then you moved on to TikTok because you did the Michael Jackson one where it was hot in the car, and you're going, and you were touching the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Took you 200 takes, and you still didn't nail it.
TikTok didn't take off for me, unfortunately. Don't know why. Maybe I'll start doing a little bit of Charlie gear. As in the gear.
Bit my finger.
As in the bit.
Oh, not Charlie Gear.
All right,
Not
mate.
the other.
Whoa. Don't get back on that, Graham. For sure.
Don't offer that to the CEO.
No, wouldn't. What are you talking about?
All
Do you
right.
know what? Instead of Chat GPT's taken over, you should do Chat MDG.
All right, I think we're done here, aren't we? About time.
The group's version of
your,
things.
Your life advice, someone just sends you a question and you just give them absolute disgraceful advice.
I do not harm, I charm.
I think that's Nova Boy.
That's
He's
real
ready to come
predator
in.
stuff, mate.
That's heavy. But I love you for it, mate.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.